That is handy.
So I can hold it, and I can take the camera, if I really felt like it, down to the floor real easy. So we can have the Bean viewpoint. What Bean sees as he walks around in here. Okay.
Big mess.
Anyhow, spray booth, pegboard in the back.
So one big modification that from mine that John doesn't have, I think, is probably this
I don't have that.
booth right there.
I don't have a shield over the front that I should put up.
So I found it actually helps. I've had
Well, when you're having paint cure, you put that over, you don't get cat hair in your paint.
or dust, and I've
Right.
actually had spray paint blast out back at me because I did it so forcefully that it hit the window instead of my face. Which was a nice thing. And then keeping this at different heights. Yeah, if I'm sitting here, it's very easy to run my hands underneath.
Like a hazmat boot.
Yeah, exactly.
I did chemistry lab. I had a hazmat. I played with the hood boot.
That was exactly my idea behind this.
Right.
Was
That's
my old
not
chemistry.
a bad idea. Putting that on there like that.
And the magnets help out.
Right,
And of course, I moved my fan up to the top corner there.
Right. You're pulling air upwards.
I think part of the problem I was having is that because I had the filter directly against the fan intake and there's so little depth
See,
in
I
here.
don't.
No?
My filter's a good 3 or 4 inches from the fan air intake.
Okay.
So the air's going through the filter easily before it gets there.
Yeah. I think
And
that
the
was
filter acts as a dispersion. The pegboard and the filter both disperse the air. I'm losing track of this word, but I think you guys understand what I mean.
Yeah.
So the air is pulling more evenly through the spray booth.
Yeah. I think if I had gone a little deeper on this, that would have been enough of a mix area.
Right.
So now that I've got it up in that corner, it has the entire booth.
Right.
To,
and if you pull your little window up like you were showing a minute ago, you're okay.
Yeah.
Because the air is flowing in here and going up and out.
Yeah. Yeah, I can keep like a stick of incense this far away from it and it still gets drawn in. So
Right.
I'm still getting a few fumes here and there, but
I see something I wanted to ask about.
Yeah?
You've got a paint shaker over there.
paint checker?
Shaker.
Oh, a shaker, yeah. This is a Robarts.
Yeah, I have one. I never use it.
Really?
Never.
I love that thing.
I never use it. Well, to me, it has wide mouth bottles. I bought a paint stirrer.
Oh,
I
yeah.
stick it in there and turn it on, and it stirs the paint. And I pull it out, and I put it in alcohol and turn it on, and it cleans it.
I had been using one of those on tester bottles, and those are just too small to...
Right. You have to have a paint shaker with tester.
And the Alclads does a nice job on, too.
I have not tried that on Alclads, but the Alclads shake up so easily, it's
Yeah.
not really an issue. Okay, and then we have the fiber optic spool over here.
Yeah, so the fiber optics, LEDs, heat shrink, everything I need to basically work on the electronics here. Some basic tools on the slide drawer there.
Right.
Scissors, cutters, blades, so on.
And
Then some
Jupiter 2 is lit up.
putties and things under there.
So bring the camera in.
Oops.
Oh, and it goes off.
It's, I shouldn't have touched it. There we go.
There we go. The control board.
Let's get a look through there. That's usually a...
Oh, I didn't see that earlier. The
freezer
displays above the freezer tubes.
Yeah.
I didn't see those earlier.
So
Those look nice.
a lot of people just run all those through one sequencer, so they're all blinking on and off at the same time.
I know.
And I think that's 3 sequencers right there powering it,
Right.
and it gives it a much more subtle effect.
It's more random. Much more random.
There's still some timings where they match up with each other, but
It's not going to be very much.
Yeah.
I want to see this wall.
okay.
Well, I've seen it. Tom showed it to me earlier, before we started videoing. Whole bunch of LEDs in there.
Yeah, 40 something, 50 something. What, 3 times 6
You're
times
not
2
going to get that
times-
effect by doing fiber.
No,
No.
nor
You're
a
just
single
not.
LED, which is another common trick people do on
Yeah,
that.
it's just not going to look that way.
And of course the bottom spaghetti mess.
Looks like the bottom of my Mercury 9. It really does. Which I almost brought out here for some reason. I never would have survived the trip. The airplane people are not nice to stuff.
Yeah.
So there's the electronics bench. We've already seen this work over here. The Dremel press, do you actually use that?
Yeah, definitely here and there. It's definitely a key tool when I've needed it.
I have one. It's still in the box.
Yeah, there are times when you just need to drill straight down. And
I have a drill press in the garage, so that's might be why.
When I was working on the Star Destroyer, for example, and I had those walls to do, the trenches, that went on there. I was like, bloop, 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 bloop.
Oh, I could see that speeding that up a lot.
Yeah. Doing that by hand, I wouldn't have gotten it lined up. Or...
Yeah, speaking of another thing, it's your fault. The Tamiya handy drill.
Oh, yeah. Right there, baby.
That's your fault. That is one of the best things for drilling holes in plastic I've ever come across.
Looks like I need new batteries. But yeah, I keep that on magnets, so it goes right there.
Right, my workbench is metal now. I can do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Tamiya handy drill, I blame you for that.
Oh, thank you. That's definitely a good one to be blamed
Yeah,
for.
it is a very good little tool for drilling holes in plastic. My problem with the Dremel is it spins too fast.
Yeah, it melts the plastic.
Even the handheld Dremels, the new battery-operated ones, still spin too fast. They melt instead of drill.
Yeah, I wouldn't give that up for almost anything.
No.
The Dremel's good for what it does, and the Tamiya drill is good for what it does, and neither do the two really overlap at all.
Exactly. And then we got his storage bins over here.
Yeah, basic stuff. Try to keep everything kind of organized.
Right.
You know how that goes.
Yeah, I do. That's part of the reason why I bought that big chest of drawers, and I need to go through and weed out duplicates. You get rid of stuff I'm just not using.
Yeah.
I got plenty of stuff I'm not using properly. I know I do.
Then the big stash up there.
The resin stash.
All the resin and then all the plastic. All the guitars, a bit of a library. We'll show you around Modeler's brand too.
Okay. I have not gotten to my model stash. Here's some of his other model stash up here.
And I just reorganized that. It was definitely a feat of work.
Lots of copies of Enterprise over there.
Oh yeah. 3 of the TOS, 2 of the Refit, 1 NX.
Right.
So those TOS ones, one of them was given to me by Jamie Hood for doing those videos. That was artist proof edition. Then I bought one of the limited edition, and then I bought a normal one as well.
Wow.
So and then I had Gary Lockwood sign one of them because I met him up at Steve Neal's last year.
Gotcha.
So that was a nice little touch. But if I ever get to build them, though, that's another issue.
Right. Where do you put them once you build them?
Yeah, those are big models. Not
Yeah,
as big as
just
those
like the space shuttles.
are gonna be. That thing's going to be too.
Because I have the 144 space shuttle with the 747.
Yeah.
That 747 is huge.
That's in that box up there.
Yeah, the 747 is just huge. Where do you display them?
Ceiling.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, Modeler's brand storage bin is right here.
So we got
Very neat, very organized.
all the LED tapes, some pre-made stuff there, all my LED supplies and individual things over there.
Right.
Motion activated lights, so when I walk in here, I got them on. There, you can see a bit of mess here. This is actually a problem I've run into recently, is that when all the companies are making the LED strips say warm white, it's like, okay, it's warm. It's between this given temperature of colors. So when you buy a lot of this stuff, though, here's 5 different strips.
The camera's going to wash it all out.
Yeah, the camera will wash it out, but John will attest. How many different colors do you see there?
Well, I'm not seeing too many different colors, to be honest with you.
Let's put these 2 together. And let's put these 3 side by side. Oh, no.
Okay, now you're right. You're starting to see them a little different each. It's not a big difference, but it's subtle. And with the overhead going out, yes, you can see it.
See how yellow these are?
Yeah.
How rose those are?
Yeah.
So I've found 7 or 8 different warm whites now. And so let's say you ordered some warm white from me to do a project. And in mid-project, you're like, oh crap, I need more. I send you more. They're 2 different colors.
Right.
What's going to go on there? So now I'm trying to sort it out to really warm, kind of warm, and all this. But because it's a crapshoot when I buy the stuff, I could have 7 different reels of this particular color and not have any of another.
Right,
so,
right.
That's something I got to learn to manage coming up.
Understand that.
And it's not something anyone else will do for you. So that's one of the services that I think that I bring as Modeler's brand, is taking care of all this and making sure that colors are real colors and going that extra step on helping my customers out.
Right. Because we talked about that earlier, and I've experienced some of it. Some people who run these businesses don't necessarily respond to emails.
Yeah, and I always do, because customer service.
In fact, there's one guy, I'm not going to mention names, and I haven't told you about this one, that I just won't work with anymore. I ordered a 1701A 1350 photo etch set from him. And never got it, but he took my money.
Nice. That won't happen with Modelers brand, I can assure you of that. Not that I sell photo etch, though.
Yeah, I'm not going to say who it was, but it's not who you think it is. Let's just put it that way. Because there is one photo etch company out there everyone probably came to mind with, and it's not him.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Yeah,
definitely.
Never had problems with him. Good communication, good customer service. Paragraphics are who we're talking about right now. It was not Paragraphics for those of you who are crazy. Okay? Not Paragraphics. It was someone else.
Some quality photo etch that Paul Bodensky is doing there at Paragraphics.
I've done 2 or 3 of his sets and only had problems with one, and it was minor. The directions didn't label something right.
Yeah.
It wasn't anything with the photo etch.
Yeah, that's beautiful stuff.
Yeah.
Nice and shiny.
I was able to figure out what was wrong with it. And it's in my TIE Fighter video, so you know which one. That model quit being made by Fine Molds, but Revel of I think it was Revel of Germany picked up the license from Fine Molds.
So it'll still be going on.
So you can still buy it.
Cool.
So Paragraphics can still make money on that photo etch.
Plus all the old kits that are still out there floating around.
No, there aren't.
Oh, none.
As soon as people found out Fine Molds was not making kits anymore, eBay just sucked them all up and they're gone.
Wow. Get them while they're hot.
It turns out the Bandai kits are just as good, so
yeah,
I'm sure a lot of that eBay price scalping dropped. The Fine Molds 172nd Falcon, I still wouldn't want to try to buy that right now.
Yeah.
Although that's one of the ones that Revel is licensed from Fine Molds. So it's going to have the Revel name on it, but Fine Molds is going to make it.
That's cool, because I didn't think much of the Revel Falcon when I saw that.
The Snap Kit?
Yeah, it's very toy-like, it seemed.
The sidewalls are way too thick.
Yeah. Some
That's
modifications.
one
I
of the
like
problems.
The MPC.
The MPC one, the sidewalls are too thick on it, but not too bad.
Yeah. I'm still partial to that for the size and the nostalgia, I'm sure.
That's the one I need to finish.
Yeah.
You're bringing shame to me again.
Hey, I got a cutaway right there. That's
in the same state as mine.
Yeah, that I left how many years ago? Falcon Cutaway. Started in 2009.
I remember that too.
That's
the scary part. I remember the Romulan Bird of Prey too.
6 years. Yep. That's what the Jupiter 2 has done to me. Or committing to do the Jupiter 2 with nothing else going on.
Right.
So that was a mistake. But
some ways it's a mistake, some way it's not. Like you said, you've learned a lot, you've grown a lot.
Yeah, and I've needed the time that I've had to do other things in life to advance the causes of living with a wife and living with the self and getting all that stuff going forward too. There's a point where a hobby is a hobby, and when life is involved, you got to take care of life first. And
that's why my channel's half hobby, half blog. Videos of cats.
Probably the very last important tool that I have in the office here. Fire extinguisher.
I don't remember who got me into that, but I've got a fire extinguisher in my office, in mine too.
Safety first. We had a fire here back in February. It was having a fire extinguisher here that kept the whole building from going down.
Wow.
It was bad.
Wow. I better check that message, because it's probably the wife sitting out front going, "We're here.
See you Thursday, everybody."
See you Thursday, yeah? We are outside. She is here.
Okay.
So time to stop videotaping.
Hey, we'll see you guys Thursday at the big surprise, and thanks for stopping by. It's good to see you, John.
Good to see you too, Tom. Should I do one of my crazy things? No, I'm not going to right now. We're just going to stop recording and go say hi to the wife. I'll take the camera to the wife, though. Well, we came to California, and there are 6 of us, and we wouldn't fit in a normal rental car, so we rented a small house on wheels.
That's a big house on wheels.
Yeah, it is. This thing is freaky huge. It feels like you're driving a bus, literally. And some of the lanes are narrow around here.
Yep.
So, wow. Yeah, we rented a small house. All right, Tom. Thank you, sir.
Absolutely.
Here, let me change hands with the camera so I can shake your hand. There
Good
we
to
go.
meet you at last.
Good to meet you too.